Hello, so I'm too tired to even be upright, so just gonna talk like that. In fact, I was too tired to type this out. That's why I thought that I'll just say it out. Okay. So about 10 years ago, when I was still working in like the office corporate jobs and all, I was already into energy work and all this stuff. So I speak about new moon and full moon uh, energy. So one of my then colleague asked like whether all these things are just pseudo-science, right? So it's like because I think about like the new moon and the full moon energy and the Mercury retrograde, I think about all these planetary movements, and then I believe that, and so then I feel that way. So of course that person is not like the only person who says that. Like through the years there are also other people who ask me the same questions, and if the person who asks these questions is really coming from a space of genuine curiosity, I will spend my time to explain. And but if this person comes from a space of mocking, you will realize that I will just be like, okay, like maybe, right? Because I don't like to explain things to people who pretend to care. But if people who genuinely is curious, I am happy to explain. So here's the thing, right? Throughout the years, I believe that these planetary movements are they are real, of course, right? They move. And I also believe that the energies that it brings upon is also real. So because everything brings about certain energy, and if like for example the Schumann resonances, when the electromagnetic fields are huge, then the impact will also be larger on everyone. Okay, so of course if you are a bit more sensitive when it comes to energetic energy, or like not it's not energetic energy, it's just energy. Okay, so if you are more sensitive to energy, you might experience it more intensely. And the reason why I can say this is because I am not the person who follow closely to all these planetary movements, new moon, full moon, whatever. How it work, or how it has been working for me, is that I I will check what is happening when I feel something very very off, like very different from usual, like, and I don't know what happened. It's like if I wake up one day and I feel like very horrible, and I cannot pinpoint why, I don't know what's happening, and I cannot explain the feeling that I'm experiencing. And that's where I fall back into like, okay, is it a planetary movement, is it the Schumann resonances? And then that's how I find out that for me it is true that I tend to be more sensitive towards all these energies. So I'm not saying that all the new moon or all the full moon, right, I'll be affected, or all the planetary movements. Not all. And I don't believe that um it is impacting everybody the same way. It is definitely not impacting everybody the same way. And for people who might be even more sensitive than me, they might experience it even worse. Maybe all of it they will feel something. And some people, if they are not as sensitive to all these energies, and their mind or their focus is more like it's strong, their focus is strongly towards something else that is happening in their life, they may not also experience it. So I always give the example of people who are in, like for example, third world country or war zone, right? So if they're primarily survival goal, alright, it's not survival goal because their goal is to survive, is to stay alive, they it's unlikely that they will actually care or be bothered by all these energies that is not gonna matter to them at all. And the same as like if you are a very high performing, let's say, CEO who has like millions of things in your schedule, there's a very high chance that even if you feel it, you will not be able to be with that experience or feel into that experience because your schedules are packed back to back. And that is what I mean by not everybody will be impacted the same way, and not everybody will experience and feel the changes in energy the same way. Having said that, I'm in a space whereby I'm really tired. So at first I was thinking that maybe it was like from lack of sleep, because I have been sleeping with Hei Hei, and Hei Hei have been very disruptive to my sleep. Like I don't usually prefer to sleep with him because of that. And I thought it was that, but I realized that there are very strong bursts of energies happening, and it could be the reason. And another reason, it could also be that because my menses might be coming, and then sometimes before my menses I'll be very tired. So would like to talk about this a bit, because I do not believe that is a pseudo science. I believe that there is a real actual reason for how it happened. In fact, I recently chanced upon this physics guy who talked about the Schumann resonances and how the energy and the heartbeat of the earth. So I believe very soon the science might be able to explain all these planetary movements and all this energy that comes about from the planetary movements. And yeah, but for now, that's my take on this. Here's my take on that.